Hi, this is Sean Shaw with Dinner and Dialogue. We're here with the lovely Erica Ash from the hit series on Starz, Survivor's Remorse. They had an amazing premiere last night. If you guys watched, it was awesome. Very, very well received, I'm sure. I'm seeing a lot of tweets. But I did see you on your live feed on Facebook with you and LeBron and folks. So how was it? I mean, what was the feedback that you've been getting?
Oh, it was amazing. From, well, I think the numbers in itself is the greatest feedback that fans could have given us. We broke a record with Starz Network. Yeah, the most viewership of any original comedy series that they have ever had. We had 164% increase from our last season. And last season was actually 100% increase from the season before that. So we came in first, and I think our closest second was at 119%. So we had a 50% lead on the next closest show. And I'm just really excited because this is a show that started off with not too many people knowing about it, and it's caught fire. So people are really, really getting into it and starting to tune in and pay attention, and they're loving it. Yeah, we were all a little bit worried about how people would take the news of Uncle Julius dying. Obviously, it's a sad situation. But I have been very pleasantly surprised by how many people have been super supportive of the show. Yes, they're upset about Uncle Julius, as well they should be. But, they're even more excited about what the show is and about what the show brings, So that was a kind of a blip in the matrix.
Oh, yes. And I was surprised that they're going to...
Taking nothing away from Mike Epps, though, because he was absolutely amazing.
Yeah. I was very surprised that they were letting Uncle Julius pass away. I think that was a very pivotal moment in the show.
Well, the writers, first of all, the writers are amazing, and so kudos to them for being able to write such a phenomenal season around a tragedy starting off. Mm-hmm. But they had to make a decision. Obviously Mike Epps ended up doing Uncle Buck, which unfortunately did get canceled. But the conundrum that we were faced with was, do we continue to try to bring him back as a regular and then sort of have that carrot dangling in front of our audience's face, like, when will he be back next? Is he going to come back? And always sort of have that wonder, or do we just go ahead and take that character out and then build a brand new vision for the show? And I think that they made the right decision, because I know Mike Epps always lands on his feet. So I'm not worried about him at all. But as far as our show goes, I think it was the greatest decision for our show, because it redefines the Callaways and Vaughns and allows us to come together in a brand new way and create a very different kind of show. And you're going to see that this season.
Yes, because you guys touch on a lot of interesting and thought-provoking topics.
Okay, that's one way to say it. I'd like to go with politically incorrect and straight up rude. No.
Well, yeah, and your character, Imchuck, is one of the rudest, I think.
The thing is this. Some would say rude, others would say direct. I prefer direct. Imchuck says the things that are really on everybody else's mind.
Very true.
But they just don't have the cojones to say it.
Right.
Imchuck's got your cojones, my cojones, your daddy's cojones. she's pretty well stacked and stocked in the cojones department. So.
Any embarrassing moments? You don't seem like you embarrass easy.
Oh, no, I do. The good news about me is that I play it off very well.
Okay.
So you'll get this when inside I'm like...
Careful.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
One of my most, because there are many, like book worth, is I was a new actor just starting out trying to figure out, the lay of the land in New York City. And there was this big producer who did all these different plays, and everybody kept talking about him, and for whatever reason he ended up at one of my shows. And I didn't get a chance to meet him face to face. But everybody kind of knew him, so they sort of knew, about him. And I guess I should have too. But he invited me through email. He'd gotten my email from the program and invited me to an event that he was having. And I remember I got to the event and I was super excited because I was going to meet him. And I walked over to this guy and I said, "Excuse me, can you tell me where such and such is?" And he's like, "That's me." And I was like, "Yeah," because someone had said that to me when I first came in, and I knew, like, when I saw you, I was like, "That you look like him," but I wasn't sure how to, where's the restroom?
Yeah, you played that off earlier.
And I left. I didn't even see the show. I literally just left because I was so embarrassed because he was really, really offended, and I was too new to realize at the end of the day it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? People are going to know you or they're not. Like, it happens to me all the time. I'm sure it will happen to me for the rest of my career.
Yeah.
I just did Gina the Joneses with Sherry Shepherd, and someone walked up to her and was like, are you Oprah?
Oh, really?
And she was like, "No, I am her sister, though." It is like, these are rabbit ribs, and then we've got the rabbit swirl, and this would be the.
So you've got like the little leg, the little like that.
You need a drumstick.
You do.
If you don't have a drumstick, you're not really eating a piece
You're not,
of animal.
and you're not really enjoying it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you have the ragu as well.
To show me that it has. This I did not expect.
Yeah.
I guess I just completely did not read and associate.
We're just trying to exceed expectations.
This business right here lets you know you're eating a real animal. You've done that.
Thank you.
You've done that. Yes.
Is that right?
Life.
Say that one more time. It's
Gives me life. All day. I won with this.
So you say if you want to have fun in life, don't be a preacher's kid?
Right, because everything is inappropriate when you're a preacher's kid. And I'm the daughter of 2 preachers, mom and dad.
Oh, my.
So everything was strict, everything was church, everything was, dress appropriately, sit appropriately, speak appropriately, speak up, be a part of everything.
Right.
And so I was pretty rebellious. My mother said, "Erica, I didn't raise you like this," more than she said good morning. Which was every day, because my mother was and is appropriate at all times. So I got a lot of that. And, they had to pray over me. Sometimes I'd sit still for it.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. And then sometimes I wouldn't. Prayers can catch up with you. As soon as I was old enough to stop going to church, which was college, because I was living at college and not in my parents' house,
Right.
I completely stopped going. And then at some point, years later, it was just impressed upon my heart to start going again. But I only go to churches that really speak to me. I don't go for the sake of going. I go because I actually feel something. So my church, West Angeles Church of God in Christ, Bishop Blake, shouts out. I go there religiously whenever I'm in Los Angeles. And I go to the 8 o'clock service because that's when Jesus goes. He don't go to, Jesus gets up early.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're going to 11 o'clock service, you're just going for social hour. Because you miss Jesus. He was at the 8 o'clock. It's like when you go to a club, right? And you're partying. And the club's being hosted by like P. Diddy and Lil' Kim. They're coming through, right? People will get to the club at like 10 o'clock. Lil' Kim and P. Diddy don't come till like 1.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
So they get to the club at 10. They leave at midnight. They miss P. Diddy. With God, it's the opposite.
Oh, it's reverse.
You got to get there early, in the serene hours of the morning. When everybody's asleep, Jesus and I are up, making things happen. So, 8 o'clock service, people.
All right.
If you want to catch Jesus. If you just want to go and find, somebody to date or get somebody's number, talk to that chick and, 2 pews back that you've been eyeing every Sunday because you're going to church for the wrong reasons, go ahead and go to the 11 o'clock service. God bless you. Remorse is all about feeling guilty about making it out when someone else doesn't. It's about like the idea of guilt. And there's not much I feel guilty about. And I think it's because I worked really, really hard and because, I found a way to listen to the whisper and follow my path, my dharma, my life's purpose. So I feel like all the things that are happening are ordained to happen. So like, why would I be sorry about that? And I don't think that my success takes away from anyone else's success. I think people who are unsuccessful, it's a myriad reasons why someone could be unsuccessful, but I'm not one of them, so I don't feel guilty.
And you should.
Cheers to that.